Hello, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Imagine we're sitting together in a cozy office, maybe with a warm cup of tea, just talking heart to heart. I'm a psychologist, but more than that, I'm someone who cares deeply about how you're feeling. Today, we're going to talk about something that touches so many of us as we grow older, loneliness. If you ever felt that quiet pang of being alone, or maybe you're worried about it settling in, this conversation is for you. Loneliness can feel like a heavy blanket, can it? It's not something we always talk about, but it's real and it's okay to feel it. As a psychologist, I've sat with so many wonderful people who've shared this feeling, and I've seen how small, gentle steps can make a world of difference. Today, I'm going to share 5 gentle steps to ease loneliness in your golden years, practical, compassionate ideas to help you feel connected, valued, and at peace. So, settle in, maybe grab a notebook or just listen closely. This is a safe space, and I'm here with you every step of the way. If this resonates, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep talking about what matters to you. Let's get started. Understanding loneliness. Before we dive into the steps, let's take a moment to understand loneliness. It's not just about being alone. It's about feeling disconnected, like there's a gap between you and the world. As we age, life brings changes. Maybe you've retired, your kids have their own lives, or you've lost someone dear. These moments can leave us feeling adrift. Research tells us loneliness can affect our health, raising risks for things like depression or heart issues. But here's what I want you to hear. You're not stuck. Loneliness is something we can work through together with care and intention. The 5 steps I'm sharing today come from years of listening to people like you, combined with what science tells us about building connection. They're not about forcing big changes. They're about gentle, meaningful shifts that honor where you are right now. 1. Reach out to someone familiar. The first step is to reach out to someone familiar. Think about someone from your past, a friend, a family member, maybe even an old colleague who brought warmth to your life. Over time, we drift apart, not because we don't care, but because life gets in the way. But those connections are still there, waiting to be rekindled. I had a patient, Mary, who came to me feeling isolated after her husband passed. She missed the lively conversations they used to have. One day, she mentioned an old friend, Joan, she hadn't spoken to in years. I encouraged her to write Joan a short note. To Mary's surprise, Joan called her the next day, and they talked for hours. Now, they have a standing coffee date every month, and Mary says it's like finding a piece of herself again. Here's what you can do. This week, pick one person you've lost touch with. It could be a quick call, a text, or even a handwritten card. Those are so special. You might say, I was thinking of you and wanted to see how you're doing. It's okay if it feels a little scary. You're not asking for a lifelong commitment, just opening the door. If it helps, picture me cheering you on, because I know you can do this. 2, find a group that feels like home. The second step is to find a group that feels like home. There's something healing about being with people who share your interests or experiences. Whether it's a book club, a walking group, or a church choir, these communities offer a sense of belonging that can soften loneliness. I remember a patient named John who felt empty after retiring. He loved history, but had no one to share it with. I suggested he check out a local history club at the library. At first, he was hesitant. He worried he wouldn't fit in, but he went, and over time, he became the group's go-to storyteller. John told me, I didn't just find a hobby, I found my people. Your community is out there waiting for you. Look for groups at your local library, community center, or church. Websites like meetup.com can help. 2, here's your step. Find one group that sparks your interest, even if it's a little outside your comfort zone. Commit to attending just one session. You don't need to be outgoing. Just show up and let the group work its magic. 3, give your time to others. The third step is to give your time to others. Volunteering isn't just about helping. It's about connecting with a purpose. When you share your time and wisdom, you build bonds and remind yourself that you matter. I worked with a woman named Ellen, who felt lonely after her kids moved away. She started volunteering at a local food bank, sorting donations. At first, She went for distraction, but soon she was chatting with other volunteers, swapping stories, and feeling part of something bigger. Ellen said, "I thought I was there to give, but I got so much more in return." Think about a cause that speaks to your heart. Maybe it's animals, kids, or veterans. Check with local organizations or sites like volunteermatch.org. Your step: try volunteering for a few hours a month. It doesn't have to be a big commitment, just enough to feel that spark of connection. 4. Embrace technology to stay connected. The fourth way to combat loneliness is to embrace technology to stay connected. Now, I know technology can feel overwhelming, especially if you didn't grow up with it. But trust me, it's a game changer for staying in touch and finding new communities. Video calls, for example, are like magic. Apps like Zoom, FaceTime, or Skype let you see your grandkids' smiling faces, even if they're across the country. Social media platforms like Facebook have groups for every interest. There are even ones just for seniors, where you can share stories, recipes, or tips for healthy aging. I met a woman named Linda at a senior center workshop, and she was nervous about using her new smartphone. With a little help, she joined an online gardening group. Now, she shares photos of her roses and chats with gardeners from all over the world. Linda told me, "I thought technology was for young people, but it's brought so much color to my life." Your action step: if you're new to tech, ask a family member or friend to show you the ropes. Or check out free classes at your library or community center. Many offer tech tutorials for seniors. Start with something simple, like downloading WhatsApp to text your family, or joining a Facebook group for an interest you love. Technology isn't here to replace real connection. It's here to enhance it. 5. Find joy in your own company. The fifth and final way to overcome loneliness is to find joy in your own company. This one might surprise you, because we often think loneliness is about needing others. But sometimes the most powerful connection is the one we build with ourselves. Being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. It's about discovering what makes you feel alive, whether that's painting, journaling, gardening, or even dancing to your favorite music in the living room. When you nurture your own passions, you create an inner strength that radiates outward, making it easier to connect with others. Take my friend Robert, for example. After retiring, he felt adrift without his daily routine. So he picked up an old hobby, woodworking. He started making birdhouses, and soon he was gifting them to neighbors. Not only did he find joy in creating, but those birdhouses sparked conversations and new friendships. Your action step: carve out time this week to do something just for you. It could be as simple as reading a book, taking a walk in nature, or trying a new recipe. Ask yourself, what makes me smile? And give yourself permission to enjoy it. When you're content in your own company, you'll find that loneliness loses its grip. So, there you have it, my friends. 5 simple ways to overcome loneliness in old age. Let's recap. Reconnect with old friends and family. Join a community group. Volunteer for a cause you care about, embrace technology, and find joy in your own company. These steps aren't about changing your life overnight. They're about taking small, intentional steps toward connection and meaning. I want to leave you with a thought. You are never too old to build new friendships, discover new passions, or find peace in your own heart. Loneliness might knock on your door, but you have the power to answer it with hope, courage, and love. If this video spoke to you, please share it with someone who might need a little encouragement. And let me know in the comments, which of these tips are you going to try first? I love hearing your stories. They inspire me every day. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep this conversation going. Thank you for being part of our community. And remember, you are not alone and your best days are still ahead. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and keep shining.